How's everybody doing on today? I am going live and this vertical video. The big shouts to everybody who is up to this vertical video and doing the challenge. Everyone who's doing this. Let me explain this. The whole thing is, did I miss Bitcoin? The bull run is the bull run over. That's the name of this video. I am not an investment advisor giving investment advice. Please excuse me. Yeah, I need to shave. I'll probably be shaving for tomorrow. Getting all touched up. You're seeing me close and up and personal. But did I miss Bitcoin? Is the Bitcoin bull run over? That's pretty much the reason and the audacity of this video. I was doing some things. Today is March the 2nd. And I was doing some things. I wanted to check on some things to see what was going on. I wanted to check on some things to see what was going on, see how everything was going to play out. And as it relates to anything, I wanted to see if this was something that was going to be a topic of conversation. I was going to go live early on today, but I decided not to go live early on today. So, because I didn't go live early today, I'm live now. So, welcome to the stream. If you're here, go ahead and hit that like button and say hello, 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 hello. What's going on, everyone? What's going on, everyone? So I'm looking here. I'll be looking at my live chat. If you can hear me, let me know if you come in. And I'm getting you close. So if you have not hit the like button in the upper right hand corner, there'll be a like button up here, upper right hand corner. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the like button for me when you come in. So I'm over here looking at multiple screens. I got you right here, a little bit closer than normal. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. So the name of this is that I missed Bitcoin. Is the Bitcoin bull market over? So you're seeing me a little bit different angle. So you're probably like, okay, you learned, Robert, you need to shave. Yeah, you're right, I do. I've been busy, been a lot going on. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Not an investment advisor giving investment advice. Go ahead and hit that like button while you're coming in. But I wrote some notes. I always tell you if you have been rocking with me before, if you've been rocking with me, I always tell you guys to do me a favor. I always tell you all this. I always tell you all this. I always say to take note. Now, if you're driving and things like that, don't take note because you're driving. You know what I'm saying? So that's not smart. But I got paper. I wrote some things down, and I wanted to welcome everyone in. But this is not financial advice. I'm not an investment advisor. So take this information, do your own due diligence and research, and let's get it popping. So Bitcoin price. Today is March 2nd, 2024. So I wrote some notes and I'm taking some notes. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Live, live, live. So as of now, when I was up about 3 something this morning, and someone's calling me. I was up about 3 something this morning. Welcome in, welcome in. And I was taking some notes. And I was up about 3 something this morning. And as I was taking notes, I was going to go live earlier this morning, but I decided not to. But as I was taking notes, when I was taking notes, I was looking at something and I said, I want to know something about some things. So a lot of people are thinking, did I miss Bitcoin? Is this Bitcoin bull market over? Did I miss it? Is it over? What's going on? What can I do differently? Did I miss the Bitcoin bull market? A lot of you are trying to figure that out. Now, here's the thing. Bitcoin hit over $62,431.65 as I was actually up about 3 something this morning, Eastern Standard Time. And I wrote down the historical prices. Okay. Now, this is not to bash you or beat up anyone. This is just to go about, some things. So welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Go ahead and hit that like button in the upper right hand corner. This is You Learn with Robert, not an investment advisor giving you investment advice. But I wrote some things down. Here's my notes. So as it relates to Bitcoin, a lot of people are seeing Bitcoin run, and a lot of people are trying to figure out, is this run over? Should I do anything? I'm hearing people talking about it. Oh, is this the new craze? Last time it was up, it went down. Here's the difference. Now, here's some historical prices. So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that you invested $10 in Bitcoin in March 2nd, 2019. The price was $3,855.32. I'm looking at my notes here. And $10 as of now, if you sold it at 62,000, it would have been worth $161. So that $10 investment would have been worth $161. $1. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hit the upper right hand corner and hit the like button. So on March 2nd, 2020, Bitcoin was $8,563.26. Your $10 would have been worth $72 at $62,000. On March 2nd, 2021, it would have been worth $49,612.11. And that $10 investment would have been worth $12, because the higher the price goes, the lower your money would have made as it relates to that. However, I'm getting somewhere. Okay, on March 2nd, 2022, it was 44,000, so it went down about $4,000 or $5,000. However, you would have built about more Bitcoin. Now, if you're new to Bitcoin, what a whole Bitcoin is a full Bitcoin. However, if you buy fractional Bitcoin, it's called a Satoshi. So you have so many Satoshis that equals your Bitcoin. So you're probably saying, okay, do I have to buy full Bitcoin? And the answer is no, you do not have to buy a full Bitcoin. You can buy fractional Bitcoins, like fractional shares. If you learn about stock market, you can buy fractional Bitcoins. You don't have to buy the full amount of Bitcoins. However, I'm just going over historical prices and want to talk some. Okay, so if you can hear me, let me know. If feel free to type some stuff in the chat. Now, as it relates to anything, we're looking at some things, and we're looking at March 2nd, 2023. Bitcoin, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Bitcoin was $23,647.02. So your $10 investment would have been worth $26. Now, March 2nd, 2024, which is March 2nd, depending, well, actually anywhere you are in the United States is that it may be a different time zone where you are in a different country, but Bitcoin was $62,000. It hit over $62,431.65 at the time that I actually made this. It was 3 in the morning. I was up. Now, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, you would have put $50 into Bitcoin. Now, here's the prices. Let's say if you would have put $50 into Bitcoin March 2nd, 2019, that $50 would have been worth $804. If you invested $100, that $100 would have been worth $1,608 as of $62,000 Bitcoin. Now let's go to a year later, $8,563.26. If you decided to invest then, $10 would have been $72. $50 invested would have been $362, and $100 invested would have been $724. If you invested March 2nd, 2021, your first time, a $10 investment would have been worth $12. A $50 investment would have been worth $62, and a $100 investment would have been worth $125. Now, March 2nd, 2022, $10 investment, $14. A $50 investment would have been worth $70, and a $100 investment would have been worth $140. I'm getting somewhere, okay? So follow me, people. So March 2nd, 2023, $10 investment would have been worth $26. $50 investment would have been worth $131, and a $100 investment would have been worth $262. Meaning, imagine if you would have put some money into Bitcoin then, okay? You would have put money in Bitcoin then, you would have been a lot farther in the game. Now, some people are here because they're wondering, have I missed out on Bitcoin? Is it too late? That's the whole point. That's the whole reason I'm here. Buddy, the whole reason I clicked on this video is because I wanted to know, am I too late on Bitcoin? Am I too late? What's going on? Now, here's the thing. I just said $10 invested. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I just said $10 invested would have given you a certain amount of resources. $10 invested would have given you a certain amount of resources. Anybody here who's actually on their phone, I am sure 90% of you have a smartphone. I am sure of that. 90% of you watching me have a smartphone. I am sure of that, because back in the days, I had an old prop flip phone that I was going to bring out. It's actually over there in the office. But back in the days, we had the little flip phones. We didn't have the screens and the elaborate technology where we can go live. I got my computer over here. I could have went live on the computer and my Osmo and the actual Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera, 4K, nice camera. But we have our smartphone, so that's what you're looking at me today. You're looking at me on a smartphone, and this is where we are today. Most of us, we got to realize Bitcoin is a instrument that some people said is not worth it. It's not something that's going to be great. Bitcoin is not something that people are going to be able to invest in. Bitcoin is crazy. Bitcoin is a scam. We heard all of that. But you're asking yourself, that's why most of you come in. Some of you have been scrolling and looking, but some of you who have stuck with me are asking yourself, seriously, you'll learn with Robert. Welcome in, by the way. Is Bitcoin something I should invest in now? You went over these prices, but is it something that I should put my money in right now? And if so, what should I do? Now, first of all, the first thing you have to do is ask yourself, what is your budget? Now, as you looked and I talked about Bitcoin, it fluctuated. It went up and down throughout the years. I did a year price. If you did it once a year, that was pretty much the information I went over. However, what I'm saying to you is a lot of you are asking, should I invest in Bitcoin now? Is it too high? Now, generally speaking, the Bitcoin market has fluctuated, and generally speaking, this is before BlackRock and Kathy Woods and Fidelity and all these trusts came in. iTrust, all these people came in to invest in Bitcoin. Generally speaking, most of this stuff happened prior to this, and it was a big swing and fluctuation. Right now, I do not believe personally Bitcoin will go back under $50,000. So for the prices we knew it then, that's null and void. But the good thing about history and charts is we always can look at history and charting, and we always can look at some type of thing that may or may not happen as it relates to the market. We always can look at something that can actually be, hey, look, if this is this, then we can potentially get down to here. We can potentially get down here and be able to do what we need to do. That's the great thing about the market. So let's say if you had a budget and you say, you learn, Robert, I'm going to invest $10 in the budget to invest in Bitcoin. I'm going to put $10 into Bitcoin. I'm going to put $10 once a month. I'm going to put $10 every 2 weeks. I'm going to put $10, every couple days into Bitcoin. I'm going to put $10 a day into Bitcoin. Whatever your budget is, you have to ask yourself this question. Okay, should I put $10 into Bitcoin? Should I put $20 in Bitcoin? What should I do? Okay. Now, the reason why I'm talking about Bitcoin, there's other altcoins. Anything other than Bitcoin is considered an altcoin. So there's other altcoins and there's other things that we have to ask ourselves, should we invest in? This is a conversation for another time. So welcome in. I appreciate each and every one of you who are watching the live video. As it relates to Bitcoin, we got to ask ourselves this question. Where are we in the market? Where are we and where are we going? I think, personally speaking, Bitcoin won't go back under $50,000. And I think if we're thinking Bitcoin is going back under 50,000, we're a little not thinking together. And the reason why I'm saying that is because now you have a lot of people who are actually in a position where they are, and I'm looking down, I'm making sure I'm checking the chat. They got a lot of people where when it comes down to Bitcoin, thank you for the like. And if you haven't hit the like button, look in the upper right hand corner. There's 3 dots. Hit the like button. Okay. So a lot of people are asking themselves, should I invest in Bitcoin? Did I miss the wave? Is it over? Should I do this? What's going on? So you have to ask yourself, what is your budget? Okay. Bitcoin holds over 50. It used to be 48 to 51%. Now it's strongly 50 to 51% of the crypto market. Okay. So Bitcoin holds that much amount of the crypto market. And we got to ask ourselves this question. Hey, look, is it something that I should do? And what amount of resources? How many resources should I make sure that I'm doing? Okay. So we ask ourselves those questions. Okay. We ask ourselves those questions. What type of resources should I invest in? And where am I? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Thanks for the likes. Where am I? What am I doing? What type of things am I into? What types of things can I get involved in? Okay. And I'm just looking at my phone. So welcome in, welcome in. So you're asking yourself this question. Where is Bitcoin? Where am I as it relates to Bitcoin? Should I invest in Bitcoin? So the answer is this. You have to ask yourself this question. What resources, what amount of money are you willing to put in the market? Because here's the thing. It could fluctuate. It can fluctuate over time. It can go up or down. But you have to ask, welcome in, welcome in. You have to ask yourself the serious question of, should I, welcome in, should I invest my money? And my personal opinion is this. I believe, my personal opinion is that, let me see if this is a Silver Eagle. And this right here, and I show it all the time if you are new, this is $1. And I'm going to take it out of this case. Y'all are special if I'm taking this thing out of this case. Oh my goodness. Y'all are super special if I'm taking this thing out of this case. So this is what's called a silver certificate. Okay. And I'm going to pull it up. I don't know if you can see it. It says silver certificate. You see it in the camera? Silver certificate. And if you can see here, and I'm being careful because this is all right. So if you see here, it says $1. And you see here, it says you see, read here what it says, and it's flipped, but it says it is silver payable to the Baron Redeemer. So that means at one point you can turn in your money and get silver for your dollar. Okay. You're probably saying, what does this have to do with Bitcoin? I came here for Bitcoin. Let's talk about Bitcoin. I'm getting somewhere. Trust me. In order to get somewhere, you have to know the history of where you are. Okay. So at one point, we can turn our cash in for, silver, which is like this, like a Silver Eagle. You know what I'm saying? Silver. We can turn our cash in for silver at one point in our life. We could turn it in for silver. And then they said, hey, look, no longer are we going to allow you the opportunity to accept silver. Hey, we're going to give you this. We're going to take away gold and you just give it to us. We'll give you some more money. When that happened, what happened was the price of gold went down. They gave them whatever gold they turned in. And then the price of gold was down. So people said, oh, yeah. And they made gold something that you should not carry. I'm not going to say the words here because certain words, but they made it so you couldn't hold physical gold by yourself. Okay. Probably wondering, what does this have to do with Bitcoin? If you follow me, you're going to learn something. Okay. So they said, look, you're going to get our Bitcoin, our gold. Thank you for the light. You're going to get our gold. We're going to turn it in. We're going to turn it in and you're going to give us some currency. So that currency is worth what we say it's worth, $1, $5. Well, it used to be $1, $2, $5, $10, $50, $100. They had a $500 bill. They had a $1,000 bill. True story. My grandmother gave me a $500 bill to go to buy my first Power Wheel when I was a kid. I was like, oh my goodness. I don't want to spend this, Grandma. And she laughed. My grandma laughed. She was like, ha, 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 ha. And she laughed. I was like, no, I don't want to spend this. This is money. My grandma was like, it's okay. It's your birthday. Spend it. I'll never forget that as a kid. What does this have to do with Bitcoin, you learn, Robert? I'm here to learn about Bitcoin. I'm going somewhere, okay? So here it is. They had a situation and scenario where they were taking money. And they said, anybody who, welcome in. Anybody who has gold, it's going to be confiscated. You no longer can have it. So you turned it in to get physical cash. Now we're in a situation where if you go back and look through history of when Bitcoin is wrong. Bitcoin is this. Bitcoin shouldn't be held. Welcome in. You should not own Bitcoin. They said all these bad things about Bitcoin. These big banks said all these bad things about Bitcoin. Now you see these ETFs popping up. Now ask yourself this question. If it was bad, why are you now in it? Ask yourself that question. If it was bad, why are you now in it? But if you go back, those same people who are having these ETFs, except a couple, if you go back, I'm not bashing anybody, but if you go back and do your research, you will find out that most of these people said it's bad, it's this, it's that, it's used by this people. Okay. Now all of a sudden Bitcoin is running. I wonder why. We have all these baby boomers. If you're a baby boomer, hey, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hey, Fisher Jimmy, how you doing? So, you know, here's the thing. If you are situated in a situation, okay, and you have Bitcoin as an asset, because they're in certain countries they're using it as an asset now, right? Okay, certain countries they're using it as their monetary value. Certain countries they're using it as something that should be taken care of, right? Certain countries they're saying, hey, look, hey, if you looked at a long time ago, we had a NFL player who said, pay me my, it was actually three, pay me my salary in Bitcoin. Go back and do your research. Now all of his people thought he was crazy. Oh, they're crazy. There's no reason why. One person said, pay me all of my salary in Bitcoin. One person said, pay me 50% in Bitcoin. One person said, pay me 30% in Bitcoin. And it went down. And people were saying it was going to be out. Now it's up. Now people are paying attention. Oh, man, why am I wearing this red hat? I'm wearing this red hat because it was significant. When I was wearing this red hat, I was at a gas station and I saw that they were selling Bitcoin. And I said, and I'm going to keep saying it, I said, hey, look, if this gas station is selling Bitcoin, they know something's about to go down. You might want to pay attention to it. I said, I'm not an investment advisor, give investment advice. It was a short I did. Bitcoin was $27,000 at that point. Now it's 60 something $1,000. Go figure. Now you're asking yourself, okay, give us some direction. The reason why I normally say this, number one, not an investment advisor giving investment advice. I normally say that. This is not financial advice, okay? Because you have to ask yourself this question. How much am I willing to risk and how much do I believe in this? Because you can very well buy it today and it can go from, based on the charts, it can offset the charts and go from 60 something thousand down to 40 something. And people would think you, oh man, I bought this and I paid $10 and now it's worth $4. What should I do for every $10? It could very well be something like that. It could very well be a position in a situation where you're sitting up there where you can pay $10 and now it's worth hundreds of dollars. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. You have to ask yourself the question of how much am I willing to risk? Now, based on historical prices, I went over the prices earlier. So if you're just now coming in, here's some prices I went over. Please, after this live stream, go over this and look at it and listen to that portion as well. Listen to this over. This is going to be some valuable information, okay? It's Bitcoin psychology right now, okay? We're going to think about some things. We're going to think about some things and think about the psychology of things. Because a lot of things, they're psychoanalyzing people and they're saying you should not do something. So you think, oh, it's bad, it's bad. Yeah, if it was good, I'm going to ask you this question. If it was bad, why did they create ETFs to own this asset? Why did they want to come in the market and swoop in, welcome in? Why did they want to swoop in and say, I want to be in the ETF, which means it's just an exchange, a pool of funds. So they said, look, we want to be able to hold this for our clients. Now you got the baby boomers. Most of them retired. My dad was in the baby booming generation. He retired. And upon him retiring, he asked me about Bitcoin prior to his retirement. I told him about it. And he said, I don't know about that. A buddy of his did stocks and things like that. Me and him talk all the time. And he was like, so-and-so told me about Bitcoin. And I screenshotted a text and sent it back to my dad and said, Dad, you don't recall me talking to you about this when it was this price? Then I screenshotted another message and sent it to him. You do recall me talking about it. Oh, yeah, you did say something about it. Here's the thing. Certain family members may be talking to you about Bitcoin. And because you were raised with that person. Because this is not something you understand. This is for the young folks. I'm not going to do this for the young folks. I ain't doing this. Because you don't understand that, you are straying away from it. However, do you know that BlackRock holds a lot of wealth and assets? If they get 1 to 10% of the baby boomers' monetary value, do you know the crypto market can go up at least by 50% to 100%? At least. Now, mind you, imagine you go to work. And you go to work And as you go to work, they're telling you, hey, we're going to pay you in Bitcoin. Do you know you can actually do that now? Yes. Now, I'm not advising you or telling you should or shouldn't, but you can actually direct deposit in, I think, PayPal or Cash App. PayPal or Cash App, you can do direct deposit, and you can have a certain amount to go into Bitcoin. Wouldn't say you should or shouldn't do that, but if you look at your direct deposit, you probably have 3 or 4 places it can go, most places, if you have direct deposit set up through your job. So pay attention to that. So get yourself a position and say, you know what? I'm going to put $10 a week aside. Well, you learn, Robert, I only get paid but twice a month. I'm going to put $10 every 2 weeks aside. Well, you learn, Robert, I only get paid once a month. I'm going to put $10 a month aside. Whatever your budget is, I don't know. We're talking to each other right now. And unless you're communicating with me and saying certain things, I don't particularly know, hey, what those things are. You know what I'm saying? I don't particularly know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, Official Jimmy. I just read the message. I don't particularly know what that particular thing is. Okay. Welcome in. Welcome in. I don't know what your budget is. So I can't tell you should do this amount. There's a lot of people on YouTube telling you, do this, do that, do this. They don't know your budget. They don't know what you got going on. They don't know you know what your budget is. $10. I'm saying this is the Bitcoin $10 challenge. Okay. $10 a month. $10 every 2 weeks, $10 every week, $10 every day in the Bitcoin. Whatever you can do, it's called the $10 Bitcoin challenge. This is what we're going to do. We're going to put $10 in the Bitcoin, okay? If you put $10 in the Bitcoin every month, what's 10 times 12? It's $120 a year, okay? So we're going to revisit this. $10 a month, okay? If you put $10, every 2 weeks, come on, 120 plus 120 is 240, okay? And do the math, so on and so forth, okay? So you're going to put $10 in the Bitcoin. You're just going to buy it. You may say, okay, I'm getting paid once a month. I want to, there's 4 to 5 weeks in a month. So I'm going to put $2 to whatever a week or whatever you decide, however you decide to break that down. You figure that out, okay? You figure that out. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. You figure that out, how you want to divvy that up. You break it down the way you break it down, and then you say, okay, once I break this down like this and like this, like break it down like fraction, once you break it down, then you're going to say, okay, look, now we're talking about altcoins. Altcoins are something alternative than Bitcoin. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Altcoins are something alternative to Bitcoin. What money do I want to put other than Bitcoin? So you're going to create a budget, and you're going to say, okay, once every week, once a day, or once every 2 weeks, once every month, I'm going to invest $10 into Bitcoin. And the only reason I said $10 is because, we spend $10. If you work at any place and you go to the vending machine, these cookies about $2 in the vending machine. I'm being facetious, but you go in there and they charge you $3-4 for a soda, whatever, so you know what I'm saying. You go in the gas station and you spend money. You go at the mall, you spend money. You know what I'm saying. So $10, most willing and able adults can invest $10, no matter how it is. So if you are, on retirement and you're saying, well, I have a fixed income, you can invest $10 a month. And the reason why I'm saying this, it may go up or down. The reason why I'm saying this is this, because my personal belief, the people who watching me probably look like me. And there's some people who don't, because I have friends all over the world. Hey, all the friends all over the world, thank you so much for choosing you, Little Robert. I have friends everywhere around the world. Yes. So I have friends who don't look like me, and it's okay. And I have friends that look like me, and it's okay. It's not about color. What it's about is, generally speaking, the mouthpiece or the person who talks, they generally listen to the person that looks like them. So you're probably watching me. What's up, Lisa J? 100. Exactly. So because you're probably looking like me, you probably realize that, okay, this guy's talking about it. Now, I'm probably going to start showing receipts about some things, because some people, y'all don't really understand. Y'all don't really understand. I'm very humble, but y'all don't really understand. I sit back in my, what's up, Sweet Thumb? What's up, Lisa J? I sit back being humble for a reason. I don't, I'm humble. And the reason why I'm humble is because you can be up today and down tomorrow. You can't take money with you. Money is relative. Money is just a tool. I don't really care about money like that. However, you have to have money to live, right? Money to me is just a tool. It's a tool. So guess what? You have to use it as a tool. Meaning, yes, you probably use money to go get something to eat today. You probably use money to go put gas in your car. Well, you learn, Robert, I have a electric car. Guess what? You use money to charge your electric car because they sent you a power bill, or you use your Tesla card, but we're not going to go through all the details of how I know that. Anyway, you probably use money to do what you needed to do, right? Hey, Sweet Thumb, Lisa J saying, Sweet Thumb said, hey to Lisa J. So what I'm saying to you is, welcome in. If you haven't already done so, upper right-hand corner, there are 3 buttons. Go ahead and hit that like button for me. But you probably use money to do that, okay? And here's the problem that I see. If I'm talking about the latest shoes, when them new ones coming out, I guarantee you this live will be full. If I'm talking about the latest game system, I guarantee you this live will be full. If I got a table full of money and I'm throwing it up in the air in the club, I guarantee you this live will be full. But the very reason that I'm talking about something that could potentially change your life, the live probably won't be full until Bitcoin breaks another marker. There's going to be people watching this video over and over. And if you're that person that's going to watch this video later, you probably still have time to purchase it. It's still probably relevant to you, okay? But you got so many banks that are purchasing Bitcoin now. You got baby boomers who are putting at least 1 to 5, 10% of revenue in because they're looking at, oh man, you know, my money's not going as far as it used to go. You're going to different big box stores and you're seeing older people welcoming you to certain convenience stores and welcoming you. I'm not going to say the name of the big box store. Welcome in. How you doing this morning? You know, and they have to get another job to create more revenue because everything is more expensive than when they retired. The whole point is this. If you have a grandkid, thank God for my grandmother. Thank you, Grandma. And I'm saying that because I got a picture of my grandma right here that I'm looking at. Grandmother made sure she told every person in her family not to be crazy when it comes to resources. All right? When it comes down to anything else. Hey, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. When it comes down to anything else, it's a situation, a scenario where we have to put our money to work. Because here's what I'm tired of. I'm tired of the people who look like me not having resources. I'm tired of the people who look just like me not having resources and being the last people to know stuff because the famous rapper ain't saying stuff. If they rap it in a song, you know, if they put it in the song, everybody will know about it. I should make a Bitcoin rap. I probably should. Yeah, y'all didn't know a lot about me. But anyway, what I'm saying to you is this. Let's start the $10 Bitcoin challenge. Like I said, if you're looking at this right now, $10 a month, $10 every 2 weeks, $10 every week, $10 every day, whatever the case is, at least $10, okay? And no matter when, you look at Bitcoin, and when you decide to make a purchase, you just know at $10. Now, here's the thing. What I normally do, I normally look at the prices. That's why I wrote this down. I wrote these prices down, and I got chicken scratch, so please forgive my penmanship, okay? I write the prices down, and I normally do something as it relates to historical prices. I normally do something, and I normally look at the history of something, okay? In order to tell where something is going, you need to know where it's been, okay? So, yes, Bitcoin went down in price before, but if you rode the ship out, this is over 5 years of data. Just 1 year. I mean, I looked at more data. I looked literally at, you know, every month, but because today is the 2nd of March, I decided to do the 2nd as data. But You can go on Google and type Bitcoin historical data. Okay, just Google it. Bitcoin historical data, and it will show you the history of Bitcoin. All right, you'll be able to see where it's been, where it came from. And I didn't want to go back more than 5 years because, yeah, we're not going to do that to you. But what I'm saying to you is $10. And we want to see how much that $10 is going to be worth. So if we do $10 a month, that's $120 a year. If you do every 2 weeks, you already know 240. You keep building, leap year, whatever. You keep building on that. And we want to see just how much it's worth this time next year. Now, if I do a video, or if I don't do a video this time next year, you're going to be able to look back at this video and say, you Uncle Robert said, March 2nd, 2025. If he does a video, if he doesn't do a video, come back to this video and say, you know what? I want to see where Bitcoin was. But you're going to be able to look at it because you can look up the Bitcoin historical data. And you're going to be able to look at exactly where you are, how much did you put in. Now, that could be the minimum. Now, there's a lot of altcoins out there. There's a lot of things that I could talk about. If you've been in crypto and you put a percentage in your portfolio, I can assure you, you probably wonder, why were you up at 3 a.m? I was looking at data, and that's a good thing. When you look at prices and data and you're smiling and the people who you're making calls, yeah, that's a good thing. But you can't be afraid to put a percentage of your portfolio into Bitcoin. Now I have stocks. I have ETFs. I have gold and silver. You saw, one of my silver coins sitting here in the case. This is a MS70, perfect coin. That's what it stands for. 69 is, a couple scratches, but MS70, perfect coin in the case. Okay. I have a certificate. I buy it and, I forget about it. I put a percentage of my portfolio in stocks, crypto, gold and silver, things of that nature. Okay. Because as you know, and speaking of that, while I'm talking about gold, do you know that Bitcoin beat gold as it relates to the amount of money that is in it right now as an asset? Let me repeat that again. Bitcoin surpassed gold as it relates to the amount of wealth that's in it right now. Now, I'm not telling you that Bitcoin is going to always be where it is. You always should have an exit strategy for anything, okay? What I'm telling you is that as we go to a source where we don't have the revenue, because I remember a time when there was checks. Yeah, I know, Sweet Thumb. Yeah. Google it. I remember a time when you went in the grocery store, you either had cash or check. You had a debit card, but didn't have a Visa logo. If you did not utilize your Visa, your cash or your check, welcome in. You had to go to the ATM to get money to pay cash. You couldn't swipe your card. So for all my youngsters, there's a lot of people who watch me, a lot of young people. I have a variety and range of people who watch me. So for all my younger people who watch me, yes, there was a time that you could not use your cell phone and you could not tap it. Being all cool using your watch. Ooh, I can pay like this. Use your phone. Let me tap it. There was a time that you couldn't do that. You had to use cash or you had to use a check. And what a check was a piece of paper that had your name, the store, the payable amount, your signature, and the store. And then had a memo where you said 4 groceries or 4 shoes. You had to write a check. And then you took that check and you ripped it off and it had a carbon copy at the back that showed the proof that you wrote the check. And then you had a ledger book in the front and you went in and said, McDonald's. Yeah, I know. $5 minus, and you wrote your budget in the checkbook. There was a time. Yeah, I know. Pretty much, Sweet Thumb. And I remember those things, and they pretty much would take forever to, you were like, come on, man. And then you would think something, hey, did they do this check? And you would wait looking at your account for $10 check. Did they put the check in yet? Look, we're not in that position now. Now like this. When you go up there and put something, 9 times out of 10, debit is coming out immediately. So I'm asking you a question. Who in here is going to sign up for the Bitcoin $10 challenge? I know I am. You don't have to tell me, but I implore you. $10. We spend $10. I went to Burger King, and I looked at the menu, and they had everything on sale. I have 2 older tenants that pay by check. See what I'm saying? So I look via memo, and I'm looking. I'm like, I'm looking, and I accept the challenge. Okay, Lisa J's in the challenge, $10 Bitcoin challenge. And yes, remember, it's once a month, twice a month, 5 times, a week, every day, whatever you decide to do, just $10. It could be $10 once a month, $10 twice a month, $10, every day, whatever it is, just $10 minimum once a month, $10 minimum. If you can do more, do more. If you can't do more, don't do more. What is that going to do? I went to Burger King. That's what I was saying. And when I went to Burger King, everything on the menu was cheap except my Impossible Burgers. Now, if you don't know, I don't eat meat anymore. No shade to anybody who does. I just don't eat meat anymore. I would say a pescatarian diet, if I had to put myself in a category, which I really don't like categorizing certain things, but it was like $12. I said, everything else was 2 for $6, 1 for $5. I was like, yes, let me get. I said, do you have the Impossible Burger on the special? Because they had it at one time. The lady said, no, Robert, we don't. And you're probably wondering why she knew my name, because I used to go to that Burger King all the time. She knows my voice. She's a nice lady. We always talk. She's a really nice lady. She has a 99-year-old mother. Very nice. She's an older lady. So, nah, come on. Don't think like that. But yeah, no, Robert, we don't have it on the special anymore. $12. So I spent that, and let's be honest. When you eat things, it processes through your body, and you know what happens. You don't keep that nutritional value. It just goes away. And we're not going to say how it goes away, but it goes away. Welcome in. So that nutritional value is gone. Okay. So $10, the lotto. And there's no shade. Now, hear me clearly, because we live in a world where people think you're trying to throw shade at people. I'm not throwing shade at anybody who has a channel on lotto, anybody who does the lotto. I'm saying for me, I'm making examples, okay? So don't come for me in the comments for, oh, it is this and that. Just don't do it, okay? With the lottery ticket, once you scratch it off, if it wins, yes. If it doesn't win, it's gone. Okay? My people who are younger, these little gambling sites you can go to. Once you try to pick 2 players and it don't work, you lose your money. Your money's gone. The thrill is gone. Yeah, the money gone. So you can't sit up there and say, well, yeah, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. The money, the resources are gone. Once you do that, the resources are gone, right? So you got to ask yourself this question. Hey, look, Bitcoin, it's still there. It may fluctuate, but it's still there. Now, here's another thing. Here's another fun fact. Bitcoin has outpaced the stock market. That's a fun fact. And I'm a shareholder. I like investing in stocks. But yeah, I mean, now I'm gonna keep it real now. I got some heavy hitters in my portfolio. So, but money for money, if you look at the chart, yeah. You know how to do this? Yeah. If you look at you got to look at the numbers, and the numbers don't lie. The numbers speak for themselves. So $10 Bitcoin challenge, you're going to buy Bitcoin once a month, 2 times a month, every day of the week for $10, whatever the case is. Now, I'm not an investment advisor giving you financial or investment advice, okay? So I'm not telling you that you have to do this and this is going to be the best thing since sliced bread. So don't come for me in the comments. I mean, a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm just saying, for people who look like me, I'm tired of us not necessarily winning in the areas that we should win in. I'm tired of us quoting every lyric and song, but can't quote nothing that's going on right now. I'm really tired of us knowing about every this is the number 9s, this is the 26s, spring of 52. And yeah, this is the 5s. Yeah, you know, this is when they had the retro. And the retro color grade was this, and the color swap they had was inferior to this. You can talk about everything about a daggone shoe, but you can't talk about nothing about what's going on right now. That's a problem, Houston. Now, I got a buddy of mine. I stay looking at crypto so much I forget to look at stocks for the week. I look at it all. I want it all. But yeah, I have a friend. He was a trucker, and he used to date my sister, by the way. And short version, long story. I'm talking about every pair of certain shoes he had. Okay, every pair of new shoes, I don't care what they were, he was going to buy. He had them to the point when he bought his house, his walk-in closet is nothing but shoes. So me and him was talking, you know, him and my sister didn't work out, but me and him was talking, and I said, hey man, you know, I'm gonna call him John. His name's not John. I say, hey John, did you start a YouTube channel? And he said, well, nah. I said, well, you got all these shoes. I mean, do you flip them? Do you sell them? Like, what's going on? And he said, well, nah, I don't do this, da 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 da. You know, I never thought about that. I said, hey, also, look at Nike stock, you know, because you know Nike owns the brand that's on the back of that shoe. So the stock, I said, the person that you like, actually, welcome in. The person you like actually told Nike that he wanted most of his salary in Nike stock. That's how he's a billionaire now. Before he sold a team, but I'm not saying that person's name, but they get a little cocky when people mention them. Anyway, no shade to you, bro. No shade. But you know, the friend said, "Hey, man, yeah, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel." Now, I don't think he's still on YouTube. I think he went to another platform, but he did start a YouTube channel. But when I talked to him about the Nike stock, he said, "No, I ain't never bought it." Now, Nike stock. Now, you're probably saying, what does this have to do with Bitcoin? I'm getting full circle, okay? Because Sweet Thumb asked the question. He said, stay looking at crypto so much I forget looking at stocks for the week. So he asked the question. He said something, but it reminded me of this, okay? I'm going back to Bitcoin, so please, y'all, let's not be goldfish. Come on, I got you. Got yourself in. Got yourself back in. Got you. So anyway, so yeah. So I showed him where Nike was when we last talked. Because I sent a screenshot of the text message. And I said Nike was under $50 a share when we talked. At the time, Nike was over $138, $140 a share. And he was like, what? Because all I said was, okay, look, instead of buying every shoe, just don't buy just one pair of shoes. Just don't buy that shoe. Just skip a pair and put it into the Nike stock, because you're going to get the money back because people buy shoes. That's how I look at it. You know, I have Nike stock. So this is not a way to tell you that you should or shouldn't buy Nike stock. This is not that. This is about Bitcoin. What I'm saying to you is this. We're the last people to know about stuff because we're focused on materialistic things. I can actually see this silver coin. I can hold it. I can touch it. I can see it. I can hold it, touch it, see it physically. I can see that numismatic coin. I can see this dollar in the case that I showed y'all that I never take out the case. So y'all be happy that I took that dollar out of the case, because I don't do that. I did it for you. Okay. So that was something I don't touch that dollar. It's the reason why. But if you do your research, you'll know it's an original silver certificate. But anywho, what I'm saying to you is take $10, whatever you decide to do on the level of every month, once a month, every 2 weeks, every week, every day, whatever you decide to do, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. You do that challenge. This is not financial advice. Do the challenge, and we're going to revisit this a year from now. Like I said, I may or may not make a video, but based on historical data, I told you, I wrote it down. Look, man, y'all young people don't know nothing about no notebook paper. This is the old school notebook paper. Wrote it down, and you can write down where you are. So let's just say, all right, if you do it once a month, just for sakes, what you're gonna do on your paper, you're gonna write down $10. You're gonna write down the date. Write down the date. You're gonna write down the amount Bitcoin was and the amount that you put into it. Okay. So if you do it once a month, you're gonna write down the date, the amount Bitcoin was, and the amount that you put into it. So $10 or whatever the amount you put into it. And you're going to go down once a month. It can be any other time of the month, but you're going to write down the price. And then you're going to see how much your money is worth. Your cash, your fiat, which is regular cash currency, is on the left side. Like, look, the left column. Okay, I had $10. So then the next month. So by the end of the year, you should have at least $120, right? It may fluctuate, give or take. But my prediction, at this time next year, it would be worth more than that. That's my prediction. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to should I pull money out or should I not pull money out? You have to do your due diligence and research. It may fluctuate. If you decide to do that, there are implications in regards to that. I'm not an advisor giving you financial advice, so I can't tell you what to do at that level. You have to ask yourself that question, do your own due diligence and research on that, okay? So I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole because if you do this and you do that, I'm not going down that rabbit hole, okay? But I'm sure that it's going to be worth more than $120 based off the $10, If you do more, you do more. But don't sit there and just throw, oh, man, you learned, said, I'm going to invest $200 a week. I ain't say that. I did not say that. I ain't say that, okay? Even if you invested $10 a day, and if that's what you decided to do, I did not tell you to do no $200 a week, okay? You know what I'm saying? That's $300 a month. But what I'm saying, $300 a month. But I didn't tell you what you should do, okay? $10 at least once a month. I see Lisa J accepted the challenge. I'm accepting the challenge, and I'm going to do it, okay? I'm just going to do it. And hey, now I'm going to do another video talking about different altcoins and things of that nature soon. I'll be doing that video talking about different altcoins, which is anything other than Bitcoin, and talking about the things that they're doing in the market, okay? So I can tell you and what's going on. And Yahoo Finance has a historical Bitcoin chart. That's what I was looking at on my phone. So it's a historical Bitcoin chart I use. Forbes, Forbes, has a historical Bitcoin chart, and they actually have a Bitcoin calculator. So Forbes, Forbes, Forbes.com. If you Google Bitcoin profit calculator, that's how you can get, those things. Okay. Now you're probably asking, Robert, why haven't you shaved? It's no shave made. No, I'm playing. I'm being silly. I'm just being silly. You're probably asking, what platforms? Because some of you could be new. Some of you could already have platforms, but this is what we're going to talk about. Okay, real quick. So, I told people that my dad, he's in his late 60s, and he uses PayPal or Cash App or something like that. I don't remember both. I don't remember which one. But that's what he utilizes. He said it's the easiest thing for him. And then he did another platform, that I had to say, hey, look, this is what you do step by step. And he was able to do it. He's a smart dude, but he just, that wasn't his thing. Then you got Webull. You got Moo. No, Moo doesn't allow you to do it. You got Webull. You have Crypto.com. You have Coinbase. You have Robinhood. Those, yeah, definitely. Those are platforms that allow you to invest in crypto. Okay. So, like I said, you got PayPal, you got Crypto.com, you got Cash App, you have Webull, you have Robinhood. Those are some platforms that allow you to do it. All right. So you have to pick the platform that's right for you. This is not the video to say, hey, you need to do this platform and this is why you need to use this platform. This is not financial advice. Okay. But I'm telling you, I believe my personal opinion is that money as we know it is gone. Think about it. When is the last time you used cash? I'll be honest with you. I don't carry cash around. I don't use cash because to me, what's the point? So you're gonna use cash and you're gonna go somewhere and somebody gonna hit you upside the head and take your cash. You know, I hope that don't happen. So this is not one of those things. And now your cash is gone. What can you do? Well, you learn you can lose money in crypto. You didn't talk about the bad sides of crypto. Yeah, you're right. I didn't. Um, when it comes to cryptocurrency, use something that you are familiar with, that is easy for you. Okay. Just because I said, hey, look, I use this, I use that. Lisa J is using Webull. In my opinion, Webull is a nice platform. My opinion, it's not user friendly. I like Webull because it has a lot of intuitive things for the more novice investor. Uh, Cash is kind of losing you a little money every day. Exactly. And it's called deflationary. Inflation is the rising cost of everything, goods and services. Like this pack of cookies probably costs $1.25. And this is not sponsored by Lorna Doone. But if you want to sponsor me, Lorna Doone, if you want to sponsor your boy, Lorna Doone, reach out to me. The makers of Lorna Doone shortbread cookies. Well, these things right here, woo-hoo, these things right here, ooh, boy, these things. You be like, I need some Lorna Doones. You got some Lorna Doones over here, man? And where your Lorna Doones at? Hey, Lorna, you got some Doones over there? Yeah, these cookies right here, I like them. But anywho, you when it comes down to things, everything that we purchase, okay, everything that we utilize resources in is going up. At one point, remember, I don't know how old everybody is, but I remember 20 ounce was it peach soda. They had strawberry peach. It was a choice drink. It was 35 cents. 35 cents when I was a kid. 35-cent choice drinks for a choice drink. I remember gum in a little pack would be like, was it? It was 10 cents a pack. They had penny candies, 1 penny, 1 cent for little loose candy, mint peppermint and all this stuff. And then 5 cents for the little packs of what was that? Now Laters and Dosey Does and Mary Jane, and all these redheads and all these sweet tart, all these little candies. Now you would be shocked. I mean, you can get a little box of about $1.25 at the $1.25 store. Can't call it the dollar store no more. That's called inflation. It keeps going up. Now, as inflation rises and the loss of value of resources go away, then that's the hope that you are going to a something that's going to get you, more wealth. Now, my personal opinion is this: you should have a emergency fund. You should. Okay. So don't sit up there and say, well, you learned, Robert told me I need to put it all in Bitcoin. I didn't say that. Listen to the whole video. You should have an emergency fund. That should be something you should do. However, as it relates to anything, this video topic is about Bitcoin, and that's what we're talking about. Have you missed the boat? And my personal opinion is no. I believe Bitcoin over the next 10 years, they're talking about $1.5 million. I personally believe $300,000 to $500,000. That's what I think it could go to if they don't try to pull the plug. But I'm not going to say who the they and the don'ts are. Okay, it can go to at least 300,000 to 500,000. That's what I believe. My personal opinion. And I'm just keeping it real with you. That's my personal opinion. As long as they don't try to pull the plug, because when it comes to Bitcoin, it's an asset in which, how can I put it? All the transactions are on the chain. Okay. And the reason why I like, and this is water, by the way, it ain't coffee or nothing, it's just water. The reason why I like Bitcoin and crypto in a sense is because everything is a ledger It's right there. So somebody can't tell you. Sweet Thumb can't say to Lisa J, I sent you $10 worth of Bitcoin yesterday. Well, what's the transaction ID? She can go look on there and see. Well, Sweet Thumb telling the truth. Lisa J can't say I sent that to Sweet Thumb. And then Sweet Thumb can go look on there. Look at the transaction ID on the blockchain to see if Lisa J sent $10. I'll be going heavier around 57K if it comes down. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, Lisa J. Speaking of that, I have some open orders at about 59 and 58. Some open orders in there. It's just sitting there. And speaking of open order, I'm glad you brought that up. On what is that? PayPal and Cash App, you can't do like what I'm saying, like an open order. I don't think, unless they've gotten more sophisticated, I don't think you can. But different platforms, you can do what's called a limit order. And you can put in what price you want to get in at and how much you want to get in at. Okay. So I have some open limit orders at 58 and 59. I don't have any at 57. What platform can you have orders sitting for fractional? Well, Lisa J, I thought most. Let me see. Hold up. Give me a sec. Let me check something while I'm talking to you. All right. So I'm checking something. Buy and sell. Give me a second. Buy. Come on. One time order. Limit order. You got Coinbase. You got crypto.com. Robinhood. I don't know about Webull. So Coinbase, crypto.com, Robinhood. I'm not sure about Webull because it's actually on this phone that we're talking about, so I can't check it. But you can do a limit order on those for crypto. You know what I'm saying? So that's a pretty cool thing. Okay. I like the fact that you have that ability. So 57, I'm gonna be honest, based on the charts, from what I've been seeing, I'm looking at Bitcoin, and right now, give me a second. Right now, Bitcoin is 61,589. Excuse me, $859.70 as the time of this recording. Right now, Bitcoin is $61,859.70 at the time of this recording. So what I'm thinking is this, based on the charts. Now, camera phone is. Oh, thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, the other phone, I do a lot of things outside of YouTube. The other camera is a cinema camera. So doing cinematography, videos, and things of that nature, that's what it does. It's a cinema camera, and it's more a cinematic look. I can go in and color grade it and do things like that. There's other things I do, other projects I do outside of YouTube in which I utilize the camera and I use it, but for the functionality of YouTube, yeah, it's just this is a better setup. The only thing I don't like, to be honest, with the vertical video is I like the fact that it's vertical. I like the fact that I can look at it and it's more sharper and crisp, but I like the look of everything. I don't necessarily. What do y'all think? Y'all like this way? For the people who've been here before, do y'all like it this way as it relates to how it looks? Do y'all like the look of it? Just let me know. I'm glad. Thank you, Lisa J, for the thing. I keep forgetting about the new vertical video. I know, Sweet Thumb. Make This Go Viral TV talked about it. Can't Stop Walking. Cruise and Travel talked about it. I think Miss T with the T talked about it. So yeah. And then I looked at what's the name of? Oh my goodness. There's another channel. I have to figure out the name of the channel, and I like to shout out people. I forgot the name of the channel, but I've looked at a lot of videos in relations to it. There's some things that I wish, like, I'm gonna have to dial in some things because some things I want to do. I like full screen, but I'm 98% of the time on my lap. Exactly, and that's the thing. So if you're on your TV, it looks kind of you got stuff on the outside. You see what I'm saying? So you got that little thin thing, and it's I don't like that. I don't like those factors. I wish and hope. So YouTube people who are listening, I hope that you can have something where you can put up other things on the side. So, for instance, if you're doing a horizontal versus vertical video, on the sides of the video, I wish and hope that you can put up maybe a chart on both sides so that when I'm looking at it on TV or something, that you can see it in a different aspect. That would be cool, especially for the content creator. So, meaning a horizontal video, which is like your normal TV. You're watching things on a normal TV. I know y'all probably saying, I thought this was about Bitcoin. Just follow me. Your TV, like I'm looking at a monitor in here. So I'm looking at that at a horizontal version. Uh, Imagine a horizontal screen. Now, the full length videos, which is up and down, vertical, I like it because most people are on their phones. However, for the people who are on their laptops, our desktops, and let me see how it looks. How does it look? Because I'm sure it has the little bars on the side. I don't particularly like that thing. So let me check on my computer. I want to pull it up to see how it looks, to see if it's, I want to see the look, because I don't like necessarily the I don't like, let's see, skip. Oh yeah. So yeah, it's not necessarily like yeah. Let me get out this video so y'all won't hear this echoing in the computer. Yeah. So I don't not necessarily like how it shows the sidebar on the background. Yeah, they should have a background, the full in the back end. Exactly. So YouTube, for the people who are watching this, YouTube, look, the thing about the horizontal video is you have the full screen. For like Sweet Thumb or someone who's watching on their particular computer, or their laptop, or their iPad or something like that. Well, iPad probably be different, but their TV, which most people are going to their phones. Most people are watching me. And if you're bold enough, are you watching me on your phone? Let me know. What are you watching me on? What device are you watching me on? Because this right here, man, this right here is a different method. Welcome in, welcome in. I want to know what you're watching me on, because like I said, I normally do horizontal videos and not vertical videos. Okay. So if you are bold enough to tell me what you're watching me on, your phone, your laptop, your iPhone, whatever, let me know. Phone. Okay. So for the people who are watching on the phone, it's crisp, it's dialed up. If you're watching me on your big screen TV, it looks pretty rough on the sides, because it's like it's just that much of space if you're watching me on that. So personally speaking, a lot of people are using their phones, looking at the analytics. A little bit of people are looking at it, but I need to figure out if they have it where you can switch from aspect. Like if I can still have my this recording on this, but also have it live on the vertical video as well. Do you see what I'm saying? So if I can have it live on vertical and horizontal, that would be cool. So for the people who can actually look at the one thing, they can see me on one thing, and they can, yeah, that would be a cool way. Welcome in, welcome in. 43-inch screen split in halves. Okay, cool. So yeah, so I looked at that. I'm looking at the screen, the monitor now. I have 232 inches in here, and looking at my monitor, I pulled it up. I don't necessarily like how it looks that way on the phone. I'm looking at it because I'm looking at it on this phone because I wanted just to see how it looks, and I like how it looks on the phone. On the TV, I don't necessarily like how it looks. But going back to Bitcoin, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. If you're new here, do me a favor, consider subscribing to the channel. It's absolutely free. It costs you nothing. It's free. It's free 99. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell, so that you can know when I put out another video. I'm telling you, it's a lot of bangers I got coming out. It's a lot of things, a lot of collabs, a lot of things we got on the horizon for the channel. So you don't want to miss it. And actually, it actually lets YouTube know that, You Learn Robert is a pretty solid dude. We like him. We appreciate the value he gives us, So if you like it, you like it. If you don't, let me know. Either way it goes. If you don't like the video, hit the dislike button twice. if you don't like it. But going back to Bitcoin. So yeah, you have to ask yourself the question, what amount of money do you want to invest? How much do you want to invest? How much value do you want to give? How many things do you want to put in it? Because there's something to say, without no risk, is no reward. And you know what they say, scared money don't make no money if you are, but yeah, meaning you can't hold money in your pocket and expect it to grow. Farmers don't have seeds and they just hold seeds and just put it in their pocket. Say, oh, these tomato seeds. Oh, these gonna be sweet tomatoes, sweet tomatoes. They'll be like, I can't wait. They have to put it in the ground. Farmers have to put it in the ground. People who make music, they have to put something on wax on. Back in the days, they had to put something on music. They have to put something down. Content creators have to do something. So no matter what, you have to. That's what I'm talking about. Money bags. You have to put money to work. Money's function is to work. Money's function is not to stay functional. Money's function is to be functional, not to stay. Money's like a flowing ocean. It continues to go back. It flows. It's not meant to be stagnant. I want you to think about it. Think about this. If water is just in a bucket sitting outside, what happens to it? It continues to grow organisms. You'll see little, things in the water. You know what I'm saying? And, things will happen over that water over time. But flowing waters, flowing rivers, flowing streams, flowing oceans, it goes stagnant. And 9 times 10, you don't see microorganisms, things like that, unless it's a contaminated source. But that's a whole nother subject. The point is, what I'm saying is money likes to flow. So if you're someone who's just holding money, you can't get any. No, you can't have any. If you're one of those people who just hold money tight, I'm gonna hold it tight. Hold you tight, baby. You hold your money tight. Listen, trust me. Money loves to work. That's its function. Whether if you're using money to write a book, if you're using money to, have something that you can sell online, if you're using money, to sell cars, whatever the case may be, money's job and functionality is to work, and you can't use your money. And here's the truth and the reality to it. If you go look up any bank right now, go look it up and look up how much they're going to give you. Now, if you have a substantial amount of resources, I'm not talking to you. Okay. I'm talking to the people I'm talking to know what I'm talking to. Okay. Now, if you're sitting on some, you got some in your account, I ain't talking to you, because we get a different rate. Okay. But people who don't have resources, what happens is when you go to the bank, they say, oh, we can give you a free checking account. And you're like, yay, free checking account, yay. And you go in there, let me put my money in. Ooh, here's my paycheck. And you know what they go do? They go use your money to say, hey, Lisa J, you want another property? Here you go. Hey, Sweet Thumb, you want to do this? Here you go. Hey, you learn Robert, you want to do that? Here you go. They put it out. Hey, let me, oh yeah, this Bitcoin. Let's put some money in the ETF. Let's do this. They make your money go to work. And then here's the sad reality. Let's just say they hold your money. And let's just say you just happen to go over. You go over. And you know what? You get charged an overdraft fee. And what do they charge you? $25 up to whatever, $35 for one transaction. Per transaction you go over? Now, something's not right here. But then they got the nerve to send you a statement. And in that statement, guess what they do? You've earned a whopping 1 penny, 5 cents, 25 cents. Come on now, let's be real. And you're like, why are they sending me this? But they got the nerve to charge you $25 to $35 every time you go over in your account. Now, to me, that seems kind of strange. Something don't smell right, y'all. Something smell fishy to me. Okay? Something smell real fishy. Okay? Something ain't adding up. 1 + 1 ain't equal 2 there. It look like they taking more than they giving, but that's a whole nother subject. Don't come for me, y'all. Don't come for me. Anyway, what I'm saying to you is money's job is to work. Money's function is to work. If you have a 401k, put your money to work. If you are working a job and you are 18 or over, you consider an adult, and your job has a 401k and you're not invested in it, shame on you. I'm not giving you financial advice, but shame on you. Shame on you. You should be investing in your 401k at your job. Tried to hit me for overdraft on a stalled out transfer. I pulled up. Exactly. Pull up. Pull up on them. Pull up on them. And what I'm saying to y'all is this. If you're new here, you're new, and you're saying, I'm trying to figure out who this You Learn with Robert is. Who is this character I'm listening to on YouTube? Look, y'all, I'm silly, obviously, but I'm serious. And I'm serious about helping anyone who wants to listen. Now, this is not financial advice, but you have to do some research, due diligence, and you have to actually make an action. You can listen to me all day and be like, oh, that was such a cute thing. You learn with Robert. Oh, he's such an animated fellow. You know, that young man is such a gentleman and a scholar. You can say all that. That's wonderful. And for the people who have resources, who watch me, thank you for supporting me. I appreciate each and every one of you. People who don't have a dime to roll together, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for watching me. Don't matter who you are. I invite everyone. Don't matter who you are. And that's the thing about Bitcoin. It don't care what race you are, how you vote, who you go with, who you like, who you don't like, what you do, where you go, where you work, what kind of clothes you got on. Bitcoin don't care. Welcome in, welcome in. All Bitcoin cares about is let's make some money together. That's all it cares about. Let's have the best coin on the market and make money. It's between 48 to 51% of people. It has the most of value. So if you look at the whole total crypto market, Bitcoin holds between 48 to 51% of value. Bitcoin, either you are in or out. Exactly. And here's the thing. There's a lot of times that we sit up there and look. We look at things when it's gone. We look at things when it's already taken off. We look at things. Man, it would have been nice to invest in Amazon. Man, it would have been nice to invest in Netflix. Man, it would have been nice to have invested in AutoZone. Man, it would have been nice to invest with Apple when it was, man, if I wish I would have known Coca-Cola was this. Man, I wish, do you see what I'm saying? We get repeated cycle and we buy these products and we go on these cruises and we buy these shoes, but we are repeatedly faced with the same dilemma because we don't make any moves. Do you know what? I'm going to be quiet. Now I'm going to go ahead and say it. Look, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Listen, it's obvious. Hey, if you're new here, thank you so much for joining. We're talking about Bitcoin. The subject of the conversation is, did I miss Bitcoin? Is the Bitcoin run over? That's the subject of the conversation. If you are new here, do me a favor in the upper right-hand corner, hit the like button, upper right-hand corner, 3 dots, hit that button, hit the like button, notification bell, and consider subscribing to the channel. Anyway, so yeah, we are in a position where it comes down to we got to figure out if we are going to make a move or we're not going to make a move. I'm wearing this red hat as it's significant to the fact of when I came on and told y'all, hey y'all, Bitcoin is going to be what it's going to be. Bitcoin about to make some moves. Hey y'all might want to look at Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? You might want to look at Bitcoin. I said it. It was about 4 or 5 months ago. 4 or 5 months ago, and I'm looking for that video on my phone to show you the proof. Show you some proof. I'm looking. Give me a second, y'all. So I'm looking to see where Bitcoin was, and when I first talked about Bitcoin was about to make a move, because a lot of times we live in a scenario and situation where welcome in. We live in a society where we believe that I'm from Missouri, the show me state. You got to show me something. Who is this man with all this on? Who is he? You got to show me. We live in a show me situation in society. So welcome in if you're new here. Thank you so much for coming. And I'm trying to look for the video. I've been putting out some videos, y'all. Little razzle dazzle, putting out some videos, right? And I'm looking for the video. I know it's about 5 months ago. It was a short. That's what it was. And I did a live video as well talking about Bitcoin. And let me look Here we go. I'm getting closer to the video now. Here we go. Look. You see this video right here? This beanhead dude right here? Yeah. Oh, Lord, I don't want to touch it. Yeah. I had a hat on. I said Bitcoin. It was 20-something thousand. I told you it was about to run. I said, if they are having Bitcoin in a convenience store, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. If they have Bitcoin here at a gas station, they know something that you don't know. I said that for a reason. Now, this is not financial or investment advice. I said it. Guess what? I'm going to show a little bit more proof that I don't just be talking. Okay? I'm probably going to show y'all one day soon that this is, I'm going to show you some messages, conversations. Because a lot of times we live in this age that we want people to show me something. I think you're lying. Listen, it ain't cap. It ain't cap. I don't cap. That's not my game. My point of being here is to make sure you don't miss out. Welcome in. The point of me being here is to make sure that you don't miss out on the Bitcoin bull run. Why did I say you? You, Robert Tillum. Oh, that's the reason why I'm telling you, because I didn't miss out on it. Now, I'm not going to come here and say, oh, I invested X amount of dollars, because that's none of your business. I'm like Tabitha Brown in there, but that ain't none of your business. It's none of your business. Being real. What I am saying is why I believe that Bitcoin will still run. Like I said, it's not financial advice, but my dad is over 60. Okay. He's in the late 60s. And he invested in Bitcoin. Okay. And why am I telling you this? Because there's some people, different age brackets, who watch me. Okay. There are young people who are new, and young people will never know what it's like to go to the bank and cash a check. Remember that time when you was cashing checks and you had to pull up on people on a Friday? Remember that? You had to pull up on people on a Friday. You had to pull up to the bank. You got your check from your job. You used to pull up on them like this, and you go to the counter and you're like, man, it's too many people. Let me go in the drive-thru line. You're sitting there and they say, well, excuse me, if you don't have a slip written out, you have to come in. Just send me a slip through the tube. I'm not coming. No, sir, you have to come in if you don't have a slip already filled out. Okay. So you go in and sit in the long line and you say, you know what, this time I am not going to sit up there and miss the opportunity. So you go out here with a stack of slips like this. You have a stack. Oh, you want to make me get out my car to come in, to get in here, to make sure that you want me to do that? So you go in there with a stack of slips after you filled it out. Okay, you mad at somebody. Some of y'all never know how to do that. You go up to the teller and then you put a slip and welcome in. They might tell you, hey, we need you to we need you to put the whole check in. What you mean? I want to get $100 back. Well, sir, ma'am, you don't have this amount of money in your account. So y'all never know how that felt. Never. See, a lot of young people will never know how it's like to go to the bank. A lot of young people never know what it's like to go to an ATM machine, because we live in a society where more young people are more adoptive to cryptocurrency than older people. We live in a society where people 25 and under, they get it. They get it. They're like, man, is Bitcoin gonna go up? I know it's gonna go up. Man, these people putting their checks in Bitcoin. There's people literally, they don't have any doubt in their mind. They got young people that's Bitcoin billionaires because they understood what Bitcoin was. A lot of young folks, they over here, they understand. So as people anywhere 30 and up, a lot of 30, exactly, Lisa J. A lot of people don't know what it's like. We don't know what it's like. I don't know. Because we're used to cash. Younger people are not used to cash. They're used to putting their iPhone and say, boop, let me put the tap. Let me put my watch. Boop, let me put my watch on. Oh, let me tap it. Boop, tap. They're used to that. They're not used to doing what older people are doing. So older people are trying to hold on to $1. Let me hold on to this because I think it's going to keep value. welcome in, welcome in. I'm going to hold on. I think it's going to keep value. So we're going to hold on for dear life, and we're going to hold on to what we think is going to have value for later. Now, this ain't financial advice, y'all. But what I'm telling you is we have to be in a position where we have to stop and think, if BlackRock, iShares, Bitcoin Trust, Kathy Woods, her company, if they are investing in Bitcoin, they're putting major dollars into Bitcoin. Do you understand that, in my opinion, Bitcoin will not go under 55,000? I'm going to throw out that number. I'm just going to throw out the number. I don't think it'll ever, I don't even really think we'll ever see 50,000. To be honest, I think those days are over. The days of, well, I'm going to hold and wait. Let me wait to see if I can get my limit price order. The ways of $50,000, you might as well stop holding your breath. Now, is it okay to put a limit order in for $50,000? I do. I have stuff in because if it feels, it feels. I ain't going to get mad because I know it's going to bounce back up because the support and the resistance is higher. So what happened is this. We went from 52,000 up all the way up. People have no idea how much it's changing. I still can't wrap my head around buying and selling everything I own and buying it all brand new year later with racks on. Exactly. I'm gonna go ahead and put y'all on game for a second. I'm gonna put y'all on game. Now I'm gonna be talking about other altcoins at a later date. Might do it tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna save that one for tomorrow. I'm gonna put y'all on game though, for real though. Do you know that Ferrari is accepting Bitcoin and other altcoins? Now I'm gonna tell you the other altcoin. Now, some people who've been rocking with me already know the other ones, and I'll talk about that tomorrow. We're talking about altcoins. Anything other than Bitcoin is an altcoin. So yeah, Ferrari was rocking. They said, look. Now I want to ask you a question. Let's just say, and I'm using this because Lisa J and Sweet Thumb are in the chat, okay? Let's just say Lisa, knew Sweet Thumb for 50 years. No, let's say 30 years. She ain't that old. Sorry, Lisa. Let's say Lisa knew Sweet Thumb for 30 years, okay? Lisa just met me. I'm just saying hypothetically, okay? If Sweet Thumbs know me for 5-6 years and Lisa just met me, but Sweet Thumbs say, hey, Rob's a good dude, 9 times out of 10, Lisa is going to say, you know what? I'm rocking with Robert because Sweet Thumb like Robert. Now, on the vice versa end, if Sweet Thumb say, I don't like Robert, I can't stand him, blah, 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 then probably Lisa's going to say, Now, what I'm saying to you is Ferrari, if you haven't done your research, and I would suggest, and I'm going to show you this for a reason. I would make a suggestion. Maybe you have a dream car. Go to the dealership and look at it. Go sit in it. Smell the leather. Ask the salesperson questions. Take pictures of it. Why am I telling you this? I remember there was a certain car I wanted. And I talked about my first dream car. And I would tell family members and friends about it. I can't wait till I get this. And people say, you're never going to get that. And I remember the first time I got that vehicle. And I remember driving it and thanking God. And I was so excited. And I remember driving that vehicle and everybody like, I remember when you said you was going to get it. And now you have it. But then I remember moving to a different area of the country. And I got a promotion to go there. And when I got there, I started seeing Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Bentleys, Bugattis. I seen cars that I just only saw on TV and a magazine and movies. And people would come to the store I worked at and they own those cars. And I would talk to those people and we would have conversations. And I remember the first time sitting in certain luxury cars. I'm going somewhere, y'all. I'm going somewhere. Okay. This is I promise you, you're gonna get what I'm saying. And I remember sitting in those cars and I remember, like, wow, this is nice. And talking to the owners and I remember, wanting certain cars and building relationships with these people. And here's the thing. When you start to build relationships with people who are uh, have more resources than you have, they're going to start giving you game. They're going to start telling you stuff they wouldn't tell people. They're going to start showing you some things that you can do to increase your revenue. They're going to start sending people to you. Hey, they sent people to my store because they like me. I gave my cards out, and literally my phone, I was the top salesperson because I made relationships, and people always talk to me. Literally, I'd be off and I'd be like, okay, who's there? Okay, put this person on the phone. Hey, this person will get 10 of these or whatever. It was a cellular industry. And I'll say, Pete, this person get 10 lines. This person, and we got paid on commission, but I would always be the top commission salesperson. Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this for a reason. And I remember a guy came in there and he told me about voice over IP, internet phones. And I was like, ain't no way that was going to be valuable. And I didn't listen to this guy. And he said, Robert, I like you as a person. I want to help you get to the next level. I'm going to give you this position in my company. All you got to do is just come over and do this, this, and this. Nothing crazy. And it was just like, okay, invest X amount of dollars, which I had. And I didn't do it. And it wasn't a lot of money. And this person is sitting, he has over 10, $20 million now. I'm just going to keep it real with you. Now, I ain't no broke person, but I ain't got 10 to 20 million yet. Okay. What I'm saying to you is, I remember the person coming to the store said, Robert, this is the last person you're going to see me because I'm moving to here. And he said, I tried to get you to invest and do this because I know what type of person you were. You're always nice, da 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 da. I wanted you to get to the next level here, but you did not do it. And I remember the moment of how I felt. Now, I remember seeing commercials with this person and the voice over IP product that he was putting in the market. And I remember being like, man, and people in the stores like, did this person come here and talk to you? Yeah, man. And I remember how I felt. And I said to myself, I'm never going to feel that way again. I'm never going to put myself in that position again. If I got to learn, I'm going to learn. If I got to listen, I may not know something. Somebody may not look like they know what the heck they talking about, but I'm going to learn, I'm going to listen, and I'm going to do my due diligence and research, and then I'm going to go from there. Had I made some pitfalls and some lumps on my head? Of course I have. But I'm telling y'all, listen, welcome in everyone. Listen to what I'm saying. For the people who are here, do not, I repeat, do not miss the bull run market. Bitcoin is going to be a halving, which means a supply of the coin is going to be like the certain demand of the coin, the supply that is produced is going to be cut. It's called a Bitcoin halving in April. And it's running, but I want you to imagine all of these wealthy, different BlackRock and iShares and iTrust and Fidelity and all these big asset people are coming into the market. And they're coming into this market to make sure that they take you out of the market. What am I saying? They want to own all the Bitcoin and all the custody of the Bitcoin so that you can't buy it. I'm just going to be honest with you. They do not want you to buy it because they want to own it. So you have to go to them for your 401k or your investment, and you have to trust in them. Sorry, I saw something on my mustache. That's why I did that. So yeah, you have to trust them and you got to go to them. They want to own all of it. So that's why I'm telling y'all, do not miss the opportunity. I'm not going to say of a lifetime because there's going to be some more opportunities. Okay. Welcome in. Welcome in. There's so many people. And when it comes to value, there's so many people who are scared to make a move because what if? Well, here's the real true reality. Tomorrow's not promised to anybody. What if? What if? There's a lot of what ifs. Okay, a lot of what ifs. I wrote down this list of historical prices because I wanted to see what was Bitcoin. Now I know beyond these dates where it was, but I wanted to show you all where it was, where Bitcoin was, where it's going. Because sometimes in order to see where it is being, we got to understand where it's been in the past. Okay. Now, of course, all present future does not dictate the past. Okay. But here's the fun thing about this. I mentioned that story. Thank you for the likes and thumbs up. I mentioned that story for a reason. Now here it is. I missed out on the opportunity because I was in my feelings. Man, I'm the top salesperson in the region. Can't nobody outsell me on cell phones. I got the president circle on my business card. Man, I've been to conferences. Man, I was number one in the call center. Like I'm telling y'all accolades. Man, I got a little cocky. I got a little cocky. Hey, how are you? Thank you so much to Jay Jordan. I got a little cocky. Yeah, I was this, I was that. So I said, you know what? No, I ain't doing that. And I had the money. I could have invested and been okay. I'm okay now, but I could have been yeah. So what I'm saying to you is this: it was a new technology. Hey Jay from the Jay Jordan, Lisa J, and everybody saying hello, Lisa J, Jay Jordan. Hey, and the voice over IP protocol went. It just people start buying it, and then they took their landline phones off and they have voice over IP. So I could have made money on both sides. However, what does this have to do? Anything with Bitcoin you learned, Rob? We've been listening to you. What does this story have anything to do with Bitcoin is going? This gives me the same feeling of when I was there, meaning the same thing, the same trajectory and trend of where I was then. I'm feeling the same trend. Hey, Sweet Thumb, Jay Jordan, say what's up. I'm feeling Sweet Thumb, Jay Jordan, say what's up. Sweet Thumb, yeah. Okay, y'all see it. Okay, cool. The same trend of where I was then, I'm feeling that same trend now. If you're just coming in, we're talking about Bitcoin, the prices, where it's going, where it's going to be. We're talking about some things about Bitcoin, and we're also discussing, do we think Bitcoin is going to rise? So I'm not giving you financial advice. It's not investment advice, but that same feeling I had then is the same feeling I'm having now. And generally speaking, when it comes down to it, I got that feeling, oh yeah, that funky feeling, Bitcoin gonna rise again. Are y'all ready to roll? Come on. I got that feeling, y'all. I got the feeling I got that feeling now. Oh, baby. Oh, I got that feeling. I'm telling y'all, I got the feeling that Bitcoin's about to take off. It's gonna do a consolidation, and then it's gonna lights out. It's gonna be like a raccoon. Woo. People are going to be looking back like, what happened? You got to understand the adoption rate is what you got to understand. And a lot of people are looking at the subject now because Bitcoin is all in the news and in the circle. And yeah, if you go to Google and Bitcoin, everything is Bitcoin. Yeah, 2025, exactly. Everything Bitcoin. Everything you talk about is Bitcoin. Oh my goodness, Bitcoin. But the adoption rate, the amount of people who listen and then make a move is still under 30%. So imagine when voice over IP, which if you don't know, that's an internet phone where you can actually talk on your landline, like the landline that plugged into the wall. Some people don't know about that. But the actual voice over IP protocol, you got to understand that as it relates to what that is, you got to understand these factors. Okay. That took off and there was an adoption rate. The adoption rate now of Bitcoin, in my opinion, feels the same way in the methodology of how people felt about the internet phone. I'm just being real. It feels the same. I got that same feeling, but the only difference is I'm listening now. I'm like, oh no, I ain't missing this opportunity. But I want to share this with you to let you know, do not miss the opportunity. So we're doing a Bitcoin challenge. Whether you buy $10 of Bitcoin a month, $10 every 2 weeks, $10, twice a week, $10 every day, whatever you decide to do, $10 Bitcoin challenge. I can't tell you to do the number because I don't know what your budget is. And I don't want to make anyone feel like they can't do this challenge. $10 Bitcoin a month, a grown adult can, at 30 days of the month, even if you're on a fixed income, you can put $10 of Bitcoin in every month. That's only $120 a year. What we're going to do is do it for a year and see where Bitcoin is this time next year. Now, I'm saying this, I wanted to invite you to the challenge, $10 Bitcoin challenge. And what we're going to do is see if I do a video, if I don't do a video, you're going to be able to see, in my opinion, where Bitcoin is. I believe Bitcoin's going to go. I believe it's going to go higher. But like I said, with anything that's healthy consolidation, generally the retraction rate was about 25 to 35% now. Back then, when crypto first started, it was 50 to 80%. But because the wealth and the amount of wealth that are being in here with the trust, and it's just begun, I'm sure in the next 3 or 4 years, your own company, you're going to see options to invest in Bitcoin. But you got to understand, just because it's taking off now, when all these companies get involved, the supply of that currency is going to shrink and shrink and shrink. And therefore, the amount of spring and bounce is going to slow down. Okay, it's not going to be as fast as it is. So what I'm saying to you is, you purchase Bitcoin. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's funny. You're like, hey man, hey, let me get some of your Bitcoin, man. You're gonna have people like, instead of they gonna be like, hey man, you got some more of that Bitcoin you can buy. Hey man, hey bro, hey. They're gonna, I watch your window for some Bitcoin, man. Days like this, I wish Bitcoin would fall. That days like this, Eddie Kane Jr., Bitcoin Jr., days like this, I wish. Like, yeah, Eddie Kane, Bitcoin Jr. If you know, you know. They're gonna ask. Watch. You gonna have some people like, hey man, you got some Bitcoin you can spare? You got some of that Bitcoin, man. I'm just wondering if you got some of that Bitcoin you can spare. I need some Bitcoin, dog. Hey, Lisa, you got some Bitcoin I can spare? Sweet Dom, Jay, hey, dog, I was wondering, I'll sing for some Bitcoin. Pull up in a Rari. Exactly. See, there's going to be some people, and y'all know I'm silly. If you don't know me, this is Yulon Robert talking about Bitcoin. I'm talking about, will Bitcoin rise, or what do you think is going to happen in Bitcoin? The fluctuation, will it rise? What will happen? I was talking about Bitcoin. If you are new here, go in the upper right hand corner, upper 3 dots, hit the like button, and share this out to your channel. Share it out to people who can potentially help. Share it out to your family and friends. Somebody can help. It's not financial advice, but yeah, Sweet Thumb, you're right. You got some Bitcoin I can borrow, man. I like that, man. I like that. There's a reason why I buy this. Y'all don't understand. There's a reason why I got this in my office. There's a reason. I ain't saying there's a Ferrari outside, but what I'm telling you is, I got this. See, okay, I look at things as God telling me something. Okay, whatever you believe, it's not that conversation for now. So I bought this model car. I said, you know what? I want a Lambo. And I got a Ferrari somewhere in here, over there. And I bought them at the same time. But when I bought them, then something came out where Ferrari said that they were going to allow people to buy Bitcoin, buy Ferraris with Bitcoin and certain cryptocurrencies. I'm going to talk about the other ones tomorrow because they're considered altcoins. And I bought it, and I was like, that's a sign. Hit me a sign. Hit me Bitcoin one more time. Yeah, that was a sign. I literally was like, oh my goodness, thank you, God. Thank you. So it was, to me, it was a sign. Nobody's going to put their relationship in jeopardy. Ferrari is saying we're going to accept crypto. You had Tesla at one point saying they were going to accept crypto. You got to understand the adoption rate right now is under 30%. What does that mean? What's 100 minus 30? Come on, math people. It's 70. 70% of the United States still don't invest in crypto. Now, if you're old enough and you know about VCRs, remember when VCRs came out? Then they were taken out by, the DVD player and then the Blu-ray. Okay, then you went to Goodwill. If you were smart, then you said, "Oh man, I still want to old this," and you bought the old thing that people was giving away. Little, But anyway, now you can't even take a wide back TV to Goodwill. Yeah, and I'm not coming for Goodwill, but you can't even take a wide back TV to Goodwill, y'all. I remember my dad. He was like, this was a long time ago. My dad was like, "Hey Robert, I'm getting a new TV. And this is the wide back that was big, but then it was the flat screen wide back." My dad said, "I'm getting another TV. You want my old TV?" I said, "Sure." And it was a 40-inch wide back. That thing was heavy, boy. So I remember, me and my brother taking it to my house, hooking it up. I was like, yes, I got Dad's TV. I was so happy. But then I remember, when the flat screen TVs came out, I said, I got to get rid of this. So called a buddy of mine. He helped me take it to Goodwill. And Goodwill had the nerve to tell me, we ain't accepting no wide backs no more. I said, okay. And I'm going to go ahead and go on record to say, I still donated the TV. So when you open your door the next day, you saw that TV. Yeah, I put it in front of your door because you can't tell me you're not going to accept the TV. I'm donating it. Somebody might want the TV. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, I put that TV in front of your door. You was going to accept my donation. But that's a whole nother subject. Don't be sitting up there holding on to the wide back TV, y'all. We are in a situation where everything is going digital. You got ChatGPT and all this other stuff, and then you got Elon doing his own thing as it relates to that. And yeah. It was a big boy. It was a big TV. I gotta delete that comment though. But it was a big. I'm with it. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a big TV now. Sweet thumb. It was a big TV. Yeah. So it was a juvenile TV. But yeah, so as it relates to anything, we're in a position as it relates to anything. You got me laughing about that TV. Y'all don't understand how heavy that thing was. See, some of y'all don't understand. See, a lot of y'all young people don't understand how it was when you had to go over here and pull all this heavy equipment. Now I can literally take this phone anywhere in the world I am, and 9 times out of 10 it'll work. 9 times 10. That's a whole nother subject for another time. But what I'm saying is, we had to use the laptops. Where's my laptop at? Oh, it's over there. I'm not going to get it right now. We had to use the laptops. No, back in the days we had the desktops. You know what I'm saying? We had the desktops. Remember that? Then we went to the laptops. What I'm telling you is, a lot of you all are going to be caught in a position where you're doing singing your shoulda, coulda, wouldas that don't pay the bills. I'm telling you, that does not pay the bills. Wishing does not pay the bills. That was Sister Act when her mom was talking to Rita. If you know, you know. If you've seen Sister Act, that does not pay the bills. You look, when ChatGPT and all these things come out and take people's jobs. Yes, I'm saying it. Listen. Technology as we know it is changing so quickly. They got the iPhone 52 now. Man, I just bought the iPhone 15. Now it's the iPhone 156 now. I blinked. It's the iPhone 2000. Man, did you see the iPhone flat screen? Man, the iPhone twist. Flat technology is going like this so quickly that we got to understand either we're going to be ahead of technology or we're going to be behind. So you're asking yourself, you learn, Robert, should I buy? Should I purchase Bitcoin? Yes or no? And the answer is, should you buy it? My personal opinion is yes. It's not giving you financial advice or investment advice. I'm telling you, in my opinion, you should, because I'm seeing all the writings on the wall. I'm seeing all the signs. The signs are telling me to get off on this exit and approach the highway. So while people looking, trying to figure out where they're going, I'm hitting the highway and I'm gone. And what I mean by that is, you're trying to ask yourself a question. Is it too high? I remember. Yeah, I'm going to have to find that text message. I'm going to find that text message and talk about that tomorrow. I'm going to find that text message. I'm writing that down. Because I guess some of y'all don't understand. When I be saying stuff, I know what I'm talking about. But I got to find that text message. So, and I'll put that text message up tomorrow. I'm looking for a pen on my desk. I'll find it. I want, it's a particular message that I want to show y'all that y'all don't understand what I'm saying. Y'all don't understand that This is not new to me. Okay. I'm talking about it to you because I want you to get in a better position of where you are. Well, you don't understand. You learn. I'm a millionaire. $1 million ain't no money no more, man. It ain't. I'm telling you, it ain't. $1 million is not no money no more. You saying I'm a millionaire is like saying I got $100,000. That ain't no money. It's really not. Because think about how much things cost right now. Think about the cost of living right now. Think about it. It ain't no money. You have to use technology in here now. The only thing that is stable is time. Exactly. And here's about thing about time. Once people waste your time, you can't get it back. You can't be like, hey, you got some more of that time, man. Hey, man. Hey, I need some more of that time. You can't get time back once it's wasted. I don't want to waste your time telling you something's wrong. I don't want to waste your time, y'all. I'm not the person to waste people's time. Why? Because I don't like my time being wasted. So if you come to this channel and you're new to this channel and you're just finding me by scrolling, oh, let me see who this guy is. Is Bitcoin profitable? Should I invest in Bitcoin? My personal opinion is yes, but it's not financial advice to you. Take it or leave it. You should, in my opinion, because I believe that Bitcoin is going to go off like a skyrocket, and the people who are out here looking, trying to figure it out, we're going to be left behind if we don't do it. We're going to be like, I remember when wide back TVs was a thing. And Lisa told me that she was going to give me her wide back TV. And Sweet Thumb said he was going to give me his TV, but they never gave it to me. Why you ain't give me your wide back TV, y'all? Why? Remember those days? We're not going back to those days. The days of, I remember when bubblegum was a penny. I remember that too. We're not going back to those days. I remember when we're not going back to those days. And yes, for my prepper family, you should prepare. You should prepare. You should have food in your house. You should have emergency rations. You should make sure that you're put in a position where if technology goes awry, you're okay. You're right. But guess what? Until then, you can't sit up there and just say everything's going to fall apart, but not prepare to what to do in case it falls apart. You need resources to prepare. Think about it. You need, look, if you don't pay your cell phone bill, they're going to cut you off, right? If you don't pay your cell phone bill, you're going to wake up and it's going to say, we're sorry, we're connecting you to an operator, blah, blah, blah. It's going to go to there. If you don't pay your lights, you're going to really know what turn off the lights and light a candle really is. Doom, 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 doom. You're going to really know what that is if you don't turn the lights down low, you want to set it off. You're going to know what it's like to be in the dark. If you're going to know what it's like to be doom, 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 thriller. You're going to know what it's like if you don't pay your bill. And here's the thing. Technology is changing so rapidly that we have to make sure that we are doing what we need to do to make sure that we are putting ourselves in a position where we're not going to be in a losing battle. Okay? Guess who owns the most Bitcoin? The people who say you shouldn't buy it. Did you know that? They own more Bitcoin than anybody. The people who said you shouldn't buy it. It's written. You can Google it. You can Google it. Who owns the most Bitcoin? Google it. And there was a little glitch. But yeah, the people, yep. You know, it's funny. It glitches out. I'm telling the truth. When I start keeping real stuff and relevant stuff, all of a sudden my internet starts glitching. I wonder why. You probably should leave my internet alone because you're just showing people that I'm telling the truth. And I'm saying this to the people because I want to make sure everyone wins. I don't want anyone to be left behind. I don't want anyone to say, I wish I would have. If I would have, I remember when. I don't want anyone to be left behind. I don't want anyone to be in a position where they're asking themselves, scratching their heads, trying to figure out, why didn't I do this? Welcome in, welcome in. I don't want anyone to be in that position. I don't want anyone to be in a position where they're saying, the guy, you learned Robert, he was sweating like James Brown at a concert. Oh, he was sweating like, Rick Ross. He was sweating. Rick, don't come for me. He was sweating, like a person in a sauna. I don't want y'all to say, man, he was over there sweating and he was telling us about Bitcoin and we listened to this skinny looking man and we listened to him, but we didn't do nothing. He was entertaining. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is there anyone left? I'm a movie person, y'all. So if you know, you know. But yeah, you were entertained, but I need you to do something. It's not financial advice, but I need you to do something. Remember, Little Rascals, we need your money. They was building the clubhouse. We're building the clubhouse. Hey, anybody. You haven't seen Little Rascals, for my younger people who watch me, look at the original Little Rascals and look at the Little Rascals, the movie. Yeah, I'm telling you, you'll understand. But yes, we need to be in a position where we're making a move. Technology is going so quick. I mean, I'm talking about quick. As quick as I blink. You see how many times I'm blinking on purpose? Technology is going so quick that we're going to be left behind if we're not careful. If we're not careful, we're going to be put in a position where we're like, I remember when cheeseburgers was 25 cents a piece. And then I remember when cheeseburgers, I pulled a tub out of storage. It had black cassettes and CDs. I had a sweet Ooh, that pager. Now, Sweet Thumb, did you have a chain on the pager? Let's see how you was rolling. Did you have a little chain on the pager? Was it a message writer? Woohoo! Boy, you took me back. Man, I remember talking about a pager. I was in high school and I had a graphics art class. And I remember making business cards. So I had a business card, and my parents was tired of people calling the house. We're not going to say who was calling the house, but they're tired of people calling the house. And they said, my dad and mom, let me tell you a little bit about myself. My mother and father sold insurance. My dad had a full-time job. My mother sold insurance full-time, but my dad had a full-time job for benefits and sold insurance. My mother had her full-time was insurance. She had the largest office in her particular space. She did well. Man, mom, dad, grandma, y'all the real MVPs. I appreciate y'all. For real. But yeah, they sold insurance. And my dad had a pager. He did not want to use his pager. And my dad was like, man, I don't want to use this. And he was like, my mom was like, well, I can't, just waste the money. We're under a year contract. And my dad said, I don't know what to do. I ain't carrying this pager to work, because it's a message writer. He said, man, I'm at work or I'm at home. I'm coming home. So my mom was like, we'll think about it. So they came to me. Robert, we tired of people calling the house. You need to tell them to call the pager, and then you call them. I said, what? Welcome in. Sweet Thumb, I was in high school with a pager, and I had business cards and put my name on it. Mr. Robert. I'm serious, I promise you. Mr. Robert. I put my name on it, Mr. Robert. And then I, put a little phrase on there. And then I put a pager, my email address. Man, look, I'm going through school. Here you go. Give me a call. Oh, he got a card. Oh, everybody wanted business cards. Then no, don't be like me, man. You can't be like me. I started the trend of pagers and business cards at school. So yeah, and then it was a message writer. So you could actually call a 800 number. And it would come on my pager, and I would be able to see. Boy, you couldn't tell me nothing. My head was bigger than the door. I'm telling you. This was the last pager. I saw. Oh yeah. I understand. You're right, man. That Sweet Thumb, you took me back on that one. And think about it, Sweet Thumb. We'll never get back to pagers. Kids today will never know what a pager is. What? What's a pager? I don't get it. You had a payphone? You had to stop at a payphone and deposit 25 cents? You've reached a collect call from, hey, Mom, hurry up. I'm at track practice, about to get off in 10 minutes. Yes, you've reached a collect call from, hey, Mom, I'm at track practice. Please pick me up in about 25 minutes. The coach said we was going to stay over about 30 minutes. Couldn't come over right now. Some of y'all don't know nothing about that. That's why I lost some of y'all, because y'all don't know nothing about that. The other people, y'all know about that, but y'all don't want to say y'all age. Y'all don't want to say your age. For the seasoned veterans that are in here, anybody 30 and up got a little seasoning on them. Got a little seasoning on them. Anybody 30 and up got a little seasoning on them. Meaning they have been through some things in life. Anybody under 30, 29 and down, y'all need to put a little seasoning. Y'all get, a little something, little razzle dazzle. And I'm sorry for the younger people because I lost some of you when I said that. I'm so sorry. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah. So put a little seasoning on it, But here's the sad reality about seasoning. A lot of us people over 30, we're used to the old ways. A lot of younger people who are under 30, they don't care nothing about carrying no money around. Put it in your clutch. Put it in your sock drawer. They don't care nothing about that. They care about being mobile and digital. They don't care nothing about no money the way we carried money. The way we were raised, they don't know nothing about, and it's okay. Digital is the way to go for them. So they understand what it is. That's why if you look at the Forbes list, there's a lot of Bitcoin billionaires, a lot of crypto billionaires, and they're pretty young because they understand technology has to change, and they don't like how technology is. And guess what? It does not matter how you feel about it. I don't want them to come for my crypto. Man, my money, I can put it in my mattress and I can, they here. And if they come here for my money, I can come in and I can be like, yes, come in. Come on, y'all. Let's be serious. You're doing this Rambo moves. It ain't going to work that way. Trust me, it ain't. What I'm saying to you is this. In about 10 years, you will not have currency as you know it. Everything will be digital. I'm just telling you now. Everything will be digital. It does not matter how you feel about it. I don't believe it. I'm telling you. You can go back in this 10 years from now. 10 years from now, what is it? Yeah. 2034, everything going digital. We're not going to have cash. I'm just going to be honest with you. So what I'm telling you is there. Yeah, exactly. You're right. We're going to a place where we have to realize that we are in a position where we have to either join the crowd or do something different. Y'all listen, I've been here talking to you all for a while. For the people who've come in, for the people who are new, do me a favor. Hit that like button, upper right-hand corner, up at 3 buttons. There's 3 little dots. Go ahead and hit the like button. If you dislike it, hit it twice. Okay, if you like it, hit it once. But as it relates to anything, I'll be on here on tomorrow. I'm going to do a video about the altcoins on tomorrow. There's some things I want to say that I can't say because it's not related to Bitcoin. This video was simply related to Bitcoin. So for the people who came in here and you've been rocking with me and you hit the subscribe button, welcome to the family. If you have not hit the subscribe button, do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you can know when I come on live. Because I'm telling you, in this year, there's going to be some things that you're going to be like, oh, my goodness. Oh, is he coming on? Is he coming on? You want to know when I drop some information because some things that I'm telling you, if you miss, you're going to miss. And you're going to be like, man, I wish I would have known. I want you to join the $10 Bitcoin challenge. This is not financial advice. However, $10 a month, once a month, every 2 weeks, once a week, every day, however you decide, $10 a Bitcoin. Buy it up. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I believe Bitcoin will rise and we will be in a position in about a couple years where we are going to look back and say, I wish I woulda, shoulda, woulda. This is not financial advice, but I'm telling you, we're in a position, in a place that we'll never see in history again. We're in a place, in a position where history is being made as things happen, because never in our lifetime has digital money become so relevant. When we, Sweet Thumb talking about pagers, Lisa, I know the age range Lisa's in, and some of the people in here. Never, Jay Jordan, never in our lifetime are we going to go back to how it was with pagers and old phones, and where we go and deposit a quarter to make a call home. There's never. Hey, appreciate that, the Jay. Hey, super chat. Oh, thank you, the Jay. Got 99 cents. Boom. Okay. Yeah, super chat. Appreciate you for that super chat. But never in a position. I appreciate you providing folks with information. But never in the position. I appreciate y'all too. Never will we be put in a position where we were when we were younger. It's not going to happen. We're not going to go there. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So no matter what, no matter how we look, no matter how the things are. Hey, and by the way, that was my first super chat. I didn't tell y'all. I'm kind of quiet. You know, I do things and I really just move. I just move in silence. I monetize. Yes. Thank you for everyone who's ever watched the video, everyone who's ever shared a video, everyone who's liked the video. I appreciate you. This channel has come a long way. Everyone who's ever subscribed to the channel, everyone who helped me get to this level, I appreciate each and every one of you for rocking with me. I'm a now monetized channel. I'm thinking about putting memberships on. I don't know. I'm debating on that. I just like to give value and information. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate it. I just like to give value and information. I've been monetized for a while. I just never said it. And I didn't turn it on, but I'm a little quiet. You know what I'm saying? I like to move in silence. But want to thank you everyone who's ever come to my channel, ever said something good or bad towards You Learn with Robert. I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate, I just appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I move in silence for a reason, but I move in public when as it relates to helping my community and people who need the information and value. I want everyone here to win. That's the whole point. Everyone here. I want everyone here to win. I'm that kind of person that I don't feel comfortable unless everyone winning. You know what I'm saying? I was the person in high school that was like, yo, we going here. Oh, I ain't got it. Okay, don't worry about it. Roll with me. We good. Everyone was good when they were with me. They didn't have to worry about no food. They didn't have to worry about, oh, how can I get in the football game? Because I wanted to make sure everybody who was rocking with me was on the board and everybody who was rocking with me was making sure they was okay. I have friends that didn't have resources. It's okay. It ain't about the money. You're a good, solid person. It's about the friendship. And that's how I look at it as the channel. A lot of you I consider friends. I can consider a lot of you family over the time that I've been on YouTube. A lot of times you got to understand, a lot of YouTubers, we spend a lot of time giving out value, but people don't pour back into you. I appreciate each and every person who ever sent me a message, ever wrote a comment, poured back into me. People, you know, the Jay Jordan, for instance. I had a situation where I was like, man, I'm tired of this. I'm about to just, I'm just about to just be like Jesus in the crowd and float away. I was tired of YouTube. I'm just gonna be honest. Some people were being rude. There's some things that happened that misunderstandings, and I just was like, look, I really don't have to deal with it. I'm okay. I mean, I'm okay. Like, I don't have to come here. However, the one thing my grandmother told me, she always used to say, hey, look, every time I saw her, hey, yeah, appreciate that, sweet thumb. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate for the super chats. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I appreciate that. Appreciate it. So, yeah. Oh wow. Let's celebrate the first Super Bowl. Okay. Thank you. So, thank you for the super chat. But a lot of things I just keep silent on. A lot of things I move in silence. Why? Because a lot of times we can be rude as people. But my grandmother always told me, Robert, what do you know right now? It don't matter. When you first saw her, she said, hey, pretty much would ask you, what information of value can you give me today? What new thing can I learn today? She's country, so it's a country way of she's saying it. I don't want to say it and start crying or nothing, but she would say, what information of value do you know? What can you give me a value? I would talk to my grandmother, give her valuable information. Appreciate that, sweet thumb. Appreciate it, Jay. Give her valuable information. And I would give the value of information. And then on top of that, after I did that, she would say, so this, and this. She would re-talk about it. And then she would tell me something new and of value. But one thing she would say to me, and especially towards the end of her life, she would say, well, who have you told this to? And it stuck with me when she passed. I lost her days after Christmas 2018, 2019, January 1st, 2019, we laid her to rest. So it always stuck with me. And I always come over here to give value because I know my grandmother would want me to give information and not keep it. There's a lot of people who are selfish with information, and I don't want to be that person. So for each and every one of you, appreciate you. I'll be on tomorrow. I'm probably going to come on at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I might be on a little earlier. I might be on a little earlier as well. I might do 2 lives, but I know I'll be on at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time because I'll be talking about the altcoins on tomorrow. So each and everyone who's been rocking with me on this vertical video, it's pretty cool, YouTube, but it's some things that we gotta switch up that I want on the vertical video. I want on the vertical video where you can have somebody who's watching horizontal, you can put 2 other things on a horizontal video where you can actually have some things on there. So I want those features on there, YouTube, if you're watching. So for a horizontal video, I would like it if it's other things that you can put on the side to make it full the screen for somebody who's watching on their tablet, their PC, to make it look better. Most people are watching on their phone, so I understand why you did the vertical video based on that. So anyone, do me a favor. If you have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, upper right-hand corner, subscribe to the channel. This is live. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the channel so you can have more live videos. Appreciate each and every one of you rocking with me, and I will see you on the next level of greatness on tomorrow. We'll talk with you. All right, bye now.